I just been taking a walk for about an hour, and I'm out here in this beautiful riparian water preserve. And you would think I'm out here, in some wetlands of Louisiana or freaking Florida or something like that. But this is Arizona, and it is very beautiful in this place. It's very peaceful. It's like the most naturistic place that I've been to in Arizona. So if you are ever in Arizona and you like the nature, if you like the nature like me, definitely come check out this place. It's called Preserve at Water Ranch. It's out here in Gilbert, Arizona. So very, very peaceful. And as I'm out here and it's just so peaceful, I really just got to, reflecting on things as I always do. And you hear the birds too. It's like, I'll show you guys more views throughout the video, but it's very beautiful. But as I got to reflecting and got to thinking about things, I, really got to just, people always have a idea of who you are. You have an idea of who you are. You have an idea of who you like to be, who you're becoming, and who you were. And, the idea of that is nothing but an idea. And you prove to yourself who you are by, displaying your conscious level and, also just doing. And when you do your actions, you ultimately will display who you ultimately are. So, when you say you're a, winner, or you're fearless, you're relentless, you're whatever you think you are, all these positive things you think about yourself. Ultimately, you got to ask yourself, are you willing to suffer? And how long are you willing to suffer? Because that'll determine who you, ultimately are, and ultimately your level of success. I feel like the longer you're willing to suffer through whatever you have to go through, whatever your process, that's, when you actually attain the success, that's what it gives you the success. So like for me in my own life, as early as I could think back, I've always looked forward to challenging tasks, whether it was a challenging task or whether it was a challenging physical task, So with me playing sports and football and things like that, I always looked forward, if it was like football drills and things like that, just to get it in a different terms and break it all the way down to you guys. If there were football drills and stuff like that, I would look forward to doing a tough football drill against somebody, no matter the age, no matter if they were bigger, no matter if they were smaller, faster, slower, no matter what the attributes or, other characteristics that others can see. I always look forward to it because I knew the more challenging it was, the better chance I had at winning, because I simply love the process of going from like this thing where it's like, how could he do that? Or it's like, that's not even possible. And I just like doing it. And I always know that it's possible. And what makes it possible is because ultimately everybody wants to achieve, somewhat of the same things, whatever niche you have, whatever your thing is, there's somebody else wanting to achieve that as well. So when it becomes challenging, when it's challenging to you, it's also challenging to the other person. And there's comfort. You should have comfort in that. Some people may really get freaked out. Let me show y'all another view. This is beautiful. It's like this riparian water preserve thing. I don't know, but it's very beautiful out here. All right. But some people, when it gets that challenging, they, are going to be like, dang, But the fact of the matter is, you might feel like dang too. But for you, if you got the type of mindset that I got, then it's like, hey, okay. So I'll give you an example. It's like if you had to hold, let's say, a 45-pound plate right out in front of you. It was one of our drills we used to do in high school, like challenging each other. So we have to hold like a plate out in front of us. And I would always win that drill, as a sophomore going to get seniors, as a junior going to get seniors, as a senior going against anybody, because there's the fly on me, because I look forward to that challenge. So that's no different than when I was in college and I used to have to do these crazy freaking sprints. They were like crazy. It was like 600s, like running back and forth 4 times, going 100 yards was like 1, and we have to like 3 or 4 of them. It was crazy. But the fact of the matter is, I always finished. I would throw up, I would be messed up, but I always finished, and I looked forward to it. So hear me out. If you have something, whatever your process is, right? If you are in this process and you realize that, man, this is challenging, this is hard, just know that it's hard for the competition as well. And the moment it becomes hard for you and the competition, the only thing that's going to make you win is your ability to keep going in the face of the challenge when you feel like it's hard. Good times are good for everybody, right? You don't know who's swimming naked until the tide come in. So when it's good outside, it's good for everybody. When it's good for you, it's good for everybody. No different with the economy and everything. When it's good for you, it's good for everybody. However, when it's challenging for you, it's more likely challenging for others as well. And with it being challenging for others as well, this is funny. When it's being challenging for others as well, if you're willing to keep going, then you're going to be the one that stand out. No matter if the person appears to be bigger than you, no matter if the person appears to be stronger, no matter if the person appears to be more talented, whatever things appear to be on the outside, it doesn't matter, I promise you. It's the ability to keep going and to be consistent, to find your pace and stick to it. You just got to find your pace. Some people are going to start off fast, right? Some people are going to continue that same pace. If you continue your same pace in the face of adversity, not when it's good out, right? Not when something is new. Not when you're starting something that's new and it's fun and it's it's fun. It's easy to, be good then, right? Because everybody's gonna be good then. When it's new and they wanna do it, okay, it's great. I wanna get my first wholesale deal. All I gotta do is call. Okay, I'm gonna keep calling, I'm gonna call. Month come by, are you gonna keep calling the same intensity? 2 months, 3 months, it took me 9 months to get my first deal. That was me. I had the same intensity throughout it all because I knew it was coming. It's just a matter of when. You got to feel that same way. If you feel like you will win, don't get bothered about outside circumstances. Whether it's an opponent that you're up against, or whether it's yourself, a new level of yourself that you're chasing, and it seems like unattainable. It seems like, how could I even be that person? That's not even me. How could I even be that? That's not me. If it feels like that, you should be that right there, that sense, you have to go towards that direction because that's what's going to cause you to grow. And that growth is what's going to unlock a new level of yourself. And that new level of yourself is ultimately coming from how long you're willing to suffer. That is just beautiful. All of this stuff it changes from getting water and then not having water. So I think that's unique. But it goes from the level of yourself. The only way you can attain that level of yourself is ultimately by suffering through the challenging times, the times where you don't see results, the times where it seems like it's impossible for you to win, the times where everybody you feel like is against you, when the times when you feel like, how could that be me? I'm at my lowest of low. How could I even attain this new height? Those times right there, that extra bench press when you feel like you can't do no more, that extra lap around the block when you feel like you was done running, those things right there is what's going to set you apart. Because when it's hard for you, just know it's hard for somebody else too. Your competitor, is hard for them when it's hard for you. But when you are willing to keep going, that's what's going to set you apart. All right, y'all, I'm lost. Look, I'm back. I'm at a road. I got to find my way back. But as always, y'all need to just make sure y'all get to stepping on your journey of success. And man, I'm trying to tell you, it's a journey, but if you have your heart in every step, you're already successful. In a way, you're already successful is because suffering, you realize that's just part of it. But it doesn't even feel like suffering. It feels like just another challenge. And it feels like even better, you get more joy from it. When you know that you're going to keep going, you don't even question about if you can do it or not, because you know you go keep going. That's how I feel. Hey, good luck, y'all. You got it. Get to stepping.